Hello everyone, today our topic is how to send SMS for Cloudwaitress restaurant orders. So here my objective is that I'm running two different restaurants and I have added these restaurants in my Cloudwaitress account. So whenever I'm going to receive any order from these particular restaurants, then automatically I want to send a SMS to my customer that their order has been accepted. So for sending the message, I'm going to use Twilio, and for my objective, I have to build a simple connection between Cloudwaitress and Twilio. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and actions. In trigger application, I'm going to use Cloudwaitress. In action application, I'm going to use Twilio. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can send SMS for Cloudwaitress restaurants orders. So here in my Cloudwaitress account, I'm running two restaurants, and what I want is that whenever I get an order from any of these restaurants, then I want to send an SMS to my customer for their order. But I want this to happen automatically. That's why I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. And with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build a connection between Cloudwaitress and Twilio, and we are using Twilio for sending the SMS. So here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new order from any of my restaurants, then automatically a SMS will be sent to my customer from that particular restaurant. So for this, I have to open a new tab and I'm going to search for pabbly.com, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section, and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here, and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to send SMS for Cloudwaitress restaurant orders. Now I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow, so I'm going to open this tab, and in this I have all these folders, and I'm going to use this folder of Cloudwaitress, so I'm going to select this, and I'm going to save this workflow in this particular folder. Now I'm going to click on Create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be Cloudwaitress. So I'm going to select Cloudwaitress here, and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new order placed will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this, and here I have received this webhook URL, and here I have to connect Cloudwaitress with Pabbly Connect, and for that I have to follow all this instruction. So first I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Cloudwaitress and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting Cloudwaitress, I have to go back to my Cloudwaitress account, and here I have these two restaurants. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up both of these restaurants. First I'm going to open this restaurant of Food for You, and here I will go to settings, and now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to open the settings of webhooks. Now I have to create a webhook, so I'll click here on this create webhook button, and here I will first go to events, and I'm going to close all these events except for one, which will be of order created. So whenever a new order will be, then this trigger will work. Now I will go to general settings, and I have to give a URL endpoint. So for that I'm going to paste my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I have to click on save, and I have successfully added my webhook in this particular restaurant of Food for You. Now I'm going to do the same for my second restaurant. So I'm going to go back to my restaurants. Now I am going to use this restaurant of Popcorn restaurant. So I'm going to open this. Now I will go to settings. I will scroll down, and I'm going to set up my webhook. So I'm going to open this tab, and again I'm going to create a new webhook. So I'm going to click here. Now I'm going to follow the same steps. I will go to events, and I'm going to turn off all these triggers except for this order created, and I will go to general settings, and I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to click on save. So here I have added my webhook for both of my restaurants. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these restaurants. So this is my Popcorn restaurant, and I'm going to open my Food for You restaurant too. So these are my two restaurants. This is my Popcorn restaurant, and this is my Food for You restaurant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and here we can see it is waiting for webhook response. So how I'm going to get this webhook response? For that, what I need to do is I need to create an order in any of my restaurant. So first I'm going to use the food for you restaurant. So we'll go to my restaurant, and here I'm going to create a new order. I'm going to click here on this order button, and I'm going to click on delivery, and I'm going to enter my address. So my address will be ABC Avenue, Bhopal, and I'm going to order it for later, and I'm going to click on start order. Now I'm going to order this veggie pizza. So I'm going to select my choice here. So I'm going to select classic here, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to add this in cart, and I will go to my cart, and I'm going to proceed to checkout. Now here for my checkout, I have to fill all these details, and here I have to give my full name, email, phone number, and if I have any delivery instruction, then I can give that too. Now I have to first give my full name. So my full name is going to be test user. Email will be testuser@pabblytudes.com, and I will give a random mobile number. So this is going to be my mobile number, and I'm going to select my payment method. So my payment method will be of cash. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to place this order, and I have successfully placed my order. Now I'm going to close this, and I will go to Pabbly Connect, and here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have the restaurant name, which is food for you. I have the order type, which is delivery. I have the payment status, which is pending because this is cash on delivery order. And here I have my order item, which is veggie pizza, and the topping name is classic, and it is the base choice. And also I have the details of my customer. So the first name is test, last name is user, email is testuser@pabblytudes.com, country is India, city is Bhopal, and I have the full address, which is ABC Avenue, Bhopal. And I have received this order from the particular restaurant, which is food for you. So what I need to do is I need to use these details, and I have received this order from my first restaurant, which is of food for you. So I'm going to send an SMS from that particular restaurant to my customer. So for sending the SMS message, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I'm going to use router. So I'm going to select router here, and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and conditionally run will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect router by Pabbly. So I'm going to click here on connect. And here why I'm going to use router, because I have two different restaurants in my Cloudwaitress account, and I want to send SMS whenever I'm going to receive any order from any of that restaurant. So for that, I'm going to set up two different routes for both of my restaurants. So first, I have received the order from food for you restaurant. So I'm going to set up this route for that particular restaurant. So I'm going to rename this. So I'm going to click here on rename button, and I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to rename this route on my restaurant name, which is food for you. And I'm going to update this. Now, what I need to do is I need to set filter and actions tabs here. So I'm going to click here on this set filter and actions tabs. And now I have to first set up my filter. So in the filter section, I have these three tabs: select label, filter type, and value. So first I have to select my label. So for selecting my label, I have to open this tab. I'm going to open this response of Cloudwaitress. And here I'm going to use the restaurant name. And in my filter type, it will be equal to. And in the value section, I'm going to give the name of my restaurant. So I'm going to manually type my restaurant name here. So my restaurant name is food for you. So I have set up my filter here. Now what is going to happen is that whenever I'm going to receive a new order, and in my order response, I have the name of my restaurant, which is food for you, then this filter will work, and I'm going to get the response of success. So I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here I have the status of success, and my condition is true. So what this means is that I have received this order for this particular restaurant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an SMS message to my customer from this particular restaurant. So for that, I have to set up my actions tab here. And for sending the SMS message, I'm going to use Tulio. So I'm going to select Tulio here, and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and send SMS message will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect Tulio with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And for connecting Tulio, I need account SID and authorization token. And again, I have to give my account SID. So where I'm going to find these details, for that, I have to take you to my Tulio account. And here I have to scroll down, and this is my account SID. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here. And again, I'm going to paste that here. Now I need the authorization token. So I will go back to Tulio, and this is my authorization token. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here. So I have filled all my required details here. Now I'm going to click on save. And here I have received these tabs. I have to first give my body of the SMS, sender name, and recipient number. So first I'm going to type my message that I want to send to my customer from this particular restaurant. So I'm going to type that here. So this is going to be the body of the SMS, which says great news. And here I have to give my customer name, your delicious order from, and after from, I'm going to give the restaurant name is on its way. Restaurant has accepted your order and it will be delivered to you at, and I'm going to give the customer destination and it will end with very soon. And I'm going to map all those things here. So I have received all these details from my Cloudwaitress response. So I'm going to use those details that I've received here for my customer, and I'm going to map all these details. So I have to use mapping, and what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here. I will open the response of Cloudwaitress, and first I have to map the name of my customer. So I'm going to find the name of my customer in the response. So this is my customer name, which is test user. So I'm going to map this, and your delicious order from. And now after from, I'm going to map the name of my restaurant. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Cloudwaitress, and this is my restaurant name, which is food for you. So I'm going to map this. And now I have to map the customer destination. So I'm going to click here after at. I will give a space, and I'm going to open the response of Cloudwaitress. And here I'm going to search for the destination. So this is my customer destination. So I'm going to map this. So this is going to be the message that I'm going to send to my customer on receiving a new order. Now what I need to do is I need to first give my sender number and a recipient mobile number. Now for the sender number, I have to go back to Twilio, and I'm going to scroll down, and this is my sender number. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste my sender number here. Now I need the recipient mobile number, and I have received this mobile number from my order. So I'm going to map that number here. For that, I have to click here. I will open the response of Cloudwaitress, and in this I'm going to search for the phone number. So for the recipient mobile number, you have to make sure that your number is with the country code. So here I have this 91 country code. Now I have filled all the required details. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save and send test request button. So I'm going to click here, and here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have sent this particular SMS to my customer that their order has been accepted by the restaurant. Now to check this, I'm going to open that SMS that I have received. So the SMS says, great news test user, your delicious order from food for you is on its way. Restaurant has accepted your order and it will be delivered to you at ABC Avenue, Bhopal very soon. So this is the message that I have received, and this was the message that I have sent to my customer on receiving the new order that he has placed for my restaurant, that is food for you. So I have sent this SMS to my customer from my restaurant, which is food for you. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I have sent this SMS to my customer from this particular restaurant of food for you. Now what I need to do is I need to set this up for my second restaurant too. So I'm going to close this. And here I'm going to clone this setup. So I'm going to click here on this 3 dot button. I'm going to click on clone, and I'm going to click on clone. So my clone route is successfully set up. So I'm going to delete this access route, and I'm going to rename this clone step. So I'm going to click here on this 3 dot button. I'm going to click on rename, and I'm going to name it as my restaurant, which is Popcorn Restaurant. I'm going to click on update, and now I'm going to set filter and access tab for this particular restaurant. So I'm going to click here, and here first I have to set up my filter. So I'm going to open this tab. And here I have to first select my label, filter type and value. So here what I want is that whenever in my restaurant name, I'm going to get the restaurant name, which is Popcorn Restaurant, then only this filter will work. So in the value, I'm going to give my restaurant name, which is Popcorn Restaurant. So I have filled the values of my filter. Now what is going to happen is that whenever I'm going to get this value in my label, then automatically this filter will work, and this will mean that I am receiving this order for this particular restaurant. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save. I will click on OK. Now whenever I'm going to receive order from this particular restaurant, then I'm going to send an SMS to my customer from this restaurant only. So for that I have to set up my Twilio account. So I'm going to open this tab, and here already all the details have been filled because I have cloned this step. Now what is going to happen is that I have mapped all these details here. So whenever in my order response, I'm going to get the details from the Popcorn Restaurant. All the details are going to change here, and it is going to send the message from Popcorn Restaurant. Now to check this, what I am going to do is I'm going to close this. Now here I have set up my routes for these two restaurants. Now here I have to check that whether I'm sending SMS for my Popcorn Restaurant or not. So for that what I have to do is I have to go to my Popcorn Restaurant, and here to check this I'm going to create a new order, and I'm going to order anything from here. So I'm going to order this margarita pizza. So I'm going to do the delivery, and I have to enter my address. So I'm going to enter my address as XYZ Street, Indore. So this is going to be my address, and I'm going to order this now, and I'm going to click on start order. So I'm going to add this in my cart. I will open this base choice, and I'm going to select classic, and I'm going to add this to cart. I will go to my cart and now I'm going to proceed to checkout. And here I have to fill all these details to check out. So my name is going to be demo user. Email will be demoUser@pabblytudes.com. And I will give a random mobile number. First I have to select my country. So my country will be India and I'm going to give any random mobile number here. So this is going to be the number on which I'm going to receive a new SMS. So I have filled my number here. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to set up my payment method. So my payment will be of cash and I'm going to place this order. So I have successfully placed this order. Now what should happen is that automatically a SMS should be sent to my customer from this particular restaurant, which is Popcorn restaurant. So I'm going to check my SMS here. So here I have received this SMS which says, "Great news demo user, your delicious order from Popcorn restaurant is on its way. Restaurant has accepted your order and it will be delivered to you at XYZ Street, Indore very soon." So demo user was the person that has placed my order and it has placed the order from my restaurant which is called Popcorn restaurant, and I have received this SMS from that particular restaurant. I have received this SMS from this particular restaurant. So here my workflow is working successfully. Now I will go back to Pabbly Connect. So here my connection between Cloudwaitress and Twilio is working successfully in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new order from any of my restaurant in Cloudwaitress, then automatically I'm going to send an SMS to my customer that their order has been accepted, or I can customize this SMS. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Cloudwaitress and my trigger event was new order placed. Then I have set up my actions tab, and in my actions tab I have used router by Pabbly. And in router by Pabbly, I have created these two routes for my different restaurants. First is for food for you, second one is for Popcorn restaurant. So anytime whenever I'm going to receive any order from these two restaurants, then I'm going to send SMS from these particular restaurants. So this is how I have successfully built this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.